Diablo 3 fans? I got another Diablo 3 video for you today. And this one is going to be talking about the patch 2.6.5 public test realm preview that's going to be coming out soon. And this PTR is going to be set to test Season 17, which, from what I've been reading, looks pretty interesting. So, I'll just kind of roll through it here a little bit for you guys, and you can read along with me. With patch 2.64, started a new process of testing both internally and externally and they basically want our feedback. It's going to be 1 week, which doesn't seem to be a really long testing phase. You know, for something like this, I would have hoped for something a little bit more. But also, Season 17 is going to be the Season of Nightmares. So that is interesting for me. So we'll go to Ptr Details. We will be conducting patch 2.65 over the course of 1 week starting Friday, April 5th. So this Friday, guys. There will be 2 buffs. But before we, there may be some periodic maintenance, outages, hotfixes, minor patches, because, it's PTR. But 2 buffs. Active to help you in the PTR journey. Increase the legendary drop rate and double blood shard drops, which is interesting. This should allow everyone to acquire any class set items or supplement items that they might need. Fair enough. Feedback should provide in the public test realm feedback form, while bug reports should be provided in the PTR bug report forum. So they basically want us to really test this out, guys. The goals. With another new game impacting seasonal buff, several beefy boosts to legendary items, we know it'll be very tempting to get your hands dirty as much as you can. To help guide your focus, here are some priorities in terms of what they'd like to see. Players pushing greater rifts as high as possible, with new item changes listed below. So we'll go over that in here in just a second. Experimentation with Legacy of Nightmare Season buff with emphasis on finding builds with unforeseen interactions or bugs. So that's going to be the goals. Those 2 main goals for us. Here it's just giving some tips. Because of the limited duration of PTR, we ask participants to pick a particular portion of this update and focus on, testing. And they give you a few examples, like the wizard. Impact the wizard specifically. So if you pick a class, like Demon Hunter, focus on that particular one. Don't bounce around. Just focus on that one and see what it comes up to. Prior to the start of PTR, consider stocking on items like puzzle rings and bonafide purchases. Don't think I've seen that one, but I will definitely look that one up. Having these available for after you import your character can make the necessary PTR farming that much faster. Very interesting. And this is one that I find very interesting, guys. Try to break things. They actually want you to try to break it, which is cool. Haven't seen too many of those in public test realms. So that's very. Tell us what you. Just tell us when you do, so we can make sure that the launch goes as smooth as possible. So that's pretty interesting, guys. They actually want you to intentionally try to bake it so they can fix it before it goes live. That's pretty good. Patch notes below. You'll find the patch notes for the most recent update. So this is the table of contents, and this is what they're going to be adding this season. This one I kind of find interesting to me. A few others liked it, did not like it, but Torment 14, 15, and 16, so that actually gave me upping it by 3 Torment levels. So I can understand why, Torment 13 kind of does get easier. I mean, it has been easy for quite some time. So adding 3 more, I think is good. I mean, it'll definitely push us to try to go better and better. So I'm pretty happy with that. You know, I always do kind of like a challenge. Portals left by uh, the portals left behind by treasure goblins may occasionally lead somewhere utterly ridiculous. The only two I can think of with this one would be cow level or Whimsyshire if you guys don't have the staff. Using ancient and primal puzzle rings in Kenai's cube will produce new result. Interesting. I don't think I've seen a ancient or primal puzzle ring, but I'm interested indeed to see what happens. Um, Party portraits now display if a player's cheat death buff has been recently used. Interesting. Okay. This one here. When a boss is killed in an emblem rift, a permanent ping will mark the location of the boss's death until the rift is closed. This one I like because sometimes, if you're in a group, they kill the boss, but it's kind of hard to figure out where they killed him unless they're willing to be patient and basically just stand there. So this one I think is a good one because it'll kind of tell you where he's at on the map. I mean, true, it could be easier, if there's a whole bunch of legendaries to drop, things like that. But just a ping itself makes it a little bit easier for people or newer players to know where to go. This one should be a little interesting. The boss notification screen has received a rework. This will be only for PC players. So interesting. The Greater Rift notification screen has received a rework also for PC. Okay. I mean, I think it was fine just the way it was, but apparently they felt it needed to be reworked. Next one also, Greater Rift completion on screen has received a rework for PCs only. So, very interesting. Matchmaking no longer prevents players from joining the game while a Greater Rift is already in progress. So, this one right here, guys. Didn't know really that was a thing because I usually never have a problem. Players who join the game will be unable to join a Greater Rift in progress. Well, for those people that have played a while, that's nothing new. This one I think is kind of cool. So the progress bar of a Greater Rift is now visible to all players in the game regardless of whether they're participating or not. So, say you just came in, with a group of friends, they're in a Greater Rift, you're not, but you're kind of wondering, God, are they done yet? Are they done yet? Are they done yet? Now you'll know because you'll see the bar with them. So that's kind of a cool ad. I'm cool with that one. These are some few things when I read it the other day that I thought was kind of cool because for someone like me who, kind of likes to save legendaries, set items, things like that, it makes it a little bit easier to organize it all. And I'm usually bad at that until towards the end of the season. I'll admit that, guys. I tried it this season, to keep my set items all in one area. I usually keep my legendaries all in one area. Legendary gems, things like that. Just makes it easier to find. But at the same time, you also kind of run out of space really freaking fast. So this one I'm liking. Additional stash space has been added for all players. So PC gets 5 additional stash tabs free. Very cool. Now for console players, right here, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, which I have it for Xbox One and Switch, but get 140 additional stash spaces also. So PC we get tabs, uh, and consoles basically get 140 additional stash spaces. So that's pretty cool. This is one I kind of been excited about, and a few other of the gaming YouTubers out there have noticed this one. Search functionality. That is freaking awesome because I don't know how many times, working on a set build, sitting there trying to mouse over every little spot, going, nope, 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 nope. You just now have basically a little search bar. You can type it in. If you have it, it'll show up. I like that. That is freaking awesome. That is something, a few others like Riker, I've seen his video on this as well, that they never believed that would happen. And, I have to agree with them. That is something, they probably should have put in the beginning. So it would have made it 10 times easier to locate stuff. All crafters now have an expand collapse button, all button for recipes, PC only. So, I mean, yeah, I could see this one, collapse all button. To me, it wasn't really a big deal for me. Each section, you just had to click it. I mean, it makes it a little bit easier. But, okay, cool. It makes it a little bit easier. Not that bad. Most bounty indicators are now displayed immediately when entering a bounty area. Now, this one's kind of cool. I like this one because bounties, I'll admit, guys, can get boring, but at the same time, it's a necessity if you want to, extract legendary powers, reforge, things like that. But just sometimes trying to find the damn things is a pain in the ass. I will admit that. And, usually for me, the indicators don't really show up unless you're close by. So for this, showing up right when you enter the area and it automatically pops up, makes it a little bit easier, for you to kind of blow through your bounties even faster. So I think it could be a good thing. That's at least my opinion. If you guys, have a different opinion, please let me know down below. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on that one. So this one I think is kind of cool because it helps with death express farming. Will now drop in Herodic caches. So I think this is kind of cool because normally they only dropped in Greater Rifts or Nemplum Rifts. Now apparently you can get them in your caches, which is kind of cool. So I think that's kind of cool thing. It'll help keep you stocked up faster. So pretty awesome. Let's see here. This is basically just the developers' comments, guys. 2.6.5, we're aiming to address some of the longest standing and most desired quality of life features of the community has brought to us. We've hit a little bit of everything from adding torment levels, making ancient primal puzzle rings feel rewarding, and rehauling stash space, both size and functionality. Other changes made to help smooth overall gameplay, such as making bounties feel less like a chore and more rewarding, and reworking a few other noticeable screens. So it seems like they're starting this season at least. They're trying to hit a little bit of everything, where things we've been asking for a while. Um, so this one they're talking more about the seasons. The season journal now displays all chapters regardless of current progression. This one I kind of like because I don't know if some of you guys have noticed. It like the bounties, completing the set bounties. That's what I think, chapter 3. But you can easily do it in chapter 1. I mean, you know, within the first chapter to try to boost yourself up and get leveling up a little faster. Um, so I think that's kind of nice. You can be able to, for people who have played seasons regularly. You memorize it probably a little bit faster or know what each chapter says. I'll admit, for me, guys, the hardest one for me is the masteries. I don't know if maybe it's just my coordination kind of thing, but I always find that one the most difficult. I can always get one, but never both. Uh, an added buff for Season 17. Players' dealt damage is increased by 750% and damage taken is reduced by 4% for every ancient item they have equipped while having no set bonuses active. So this one's kind of interesting. So it seems like they want us to it's to, I guess, to maybe use more legendaries in season 17 until you get your set pieces. So it's definitely an interesting one there for me. I definitely like using ancients, but sometimes for me, my normal legendaries are better than my ancients. Um, developers' comments basically, Season Grandeur is by far the most popular themed season yet. In the wake of the free roll Grandeur active, we saw a lot of requests to try the same thing with Legacy and Nightmare set power. Um, we'll be toying around the same idea internally, and the community request is really nudged just over the edge to giving it a go. So it seems like they're going to be trying this maybe with seasons now. We get each season will be a different buff. Cool, cool. So these are some of the items that are going to be new. And forgive me if I butcher names, guys. I'm sorry. It's one of my drawbacks. Sometimes I'm very good at it, and sometimes I'm completely horrible. Bottomless potion of the unfeathered, becoming immune to control and parrying effects for 5 to 7 seconds after drinking this potion. That one would be really freaking awesome for me. Akon's leniency. Each enemy hit with Blessed Shield increases damage for your Blessed Shield by 75 to 100% for 3 seconds. Not too bad. Blood Tide Blade. Death Nova deals, instead of 80 to 100, 300 to 400% increased damage for every enemy hit within 25 yards. Cool. Shinato's Will. Like I said, sorry if I messed it up, guys. For every second while Archon form, you expel a wave of destruction, dealing, instead of 1000%, 4000% weapon damage to enemies within 30 yards. Every time you hit an attack while not in Archon form, you basically get the same thing. Instead of 1000, it's 4000% weapon damage. Added to wave of destruction, stacking up to 20 times. Wave of destruction ticks now scale on with attack speed. Cool. The Dagger of Darts, your poison darts, and your fetishes poison darts now pierce and deal an additional 400 to 500% damage. Never played a Witch Doctor too much, so it'd be interesting. I might try it this season. I'm not 100%. Iron Rose. While attacking with Siphon Blood, as a 40 to 50%, 100% chance to cast a free Blood Nova. Interesting. Jekken Board. Blessed Shield ricochets to 6 additional enemies that has its damage increased from 225 to 300% to 300 and 400%. So very interesting there. Sage's set now doubles the amount of death breaths that drop. So, increased drops by 1. So it doesn't seem like that's too much of an increase. I mean, if it only increases it by 1. But still, I guess it's a start. Um, Again, they focused on a lot of changes with different class sets, opening up diversity. Um, Legendary powers have always felt very strong, fun fantasy, but needed some damage bumps. So that here they're basically talking about some bug fixes, you know. Fixed an issue where Xbox One, PS4 voice chat within public games was failing to work. Okay. Fixed an issue where Immortal King's set dungeon objective numbers were incorrect. Okay. Fixed an issue where player counter UIs was incorrectly showing 0 players online. Fixed an issue where greater if 71st time completion primal drops were occurring for players even if they did not succeed at the 15-minute completion time. Damn. Fixed an issue where bounties that required interacting with an object. Fixed an issue where bounties that required interacting with an object would not update to the next objective immediately after completing that one. I don't think I've had that issue, but interesting. Fixed an issue where a second puzzle ring tab would be shown in Knights Cube UI when the puzzle ring was equipped console only. Don't think I've noticed that one, but then again, I haven't played console in a while. Fixed an issue where the keyboard and icons would not show up on the map in Torment level games, Switch only. I think I noticed this one. Fixed an issue where subtitles and the Taiwan localization would not exceed the screen limit, Switch only. Okay. Fixed an issue where mouse cursor may be hidden when launching the client on Mac only. Didn't know it was actually available for Mac, but cool. Fixed an issue where players would not be blocked from entering public games with the key warden tag when key wardeners have already been defeated. Okay. Didn't know that was a thing, but then again, my games are never public. Here, basically, it's explaining how to participate. And this is basically mainly for any new people that want to participate. I haven't really participated in any, so it's kind of a good one for me. To participate in the public test, you must have, of course, Diablo3 attached to your Battle.net account and be in good standing, so it means no suspensions or bans. You also need to download the desktop app if you don't already have it. Create a Ptr account. To create a Ptr account, log in to Blizzard.net account and click on the Diablo3 game license. This will bring you to the game management site and create a Ptr account, which I think I have one. If not, I'll double check that one. If you've participated in any previous Diablo 3 PTRs, the create PTR account button may not appear because you basically already have one, and the work can basically skip this step. Once you've created the PTR account, installed Battle.net on the desktop, logged in with your credentials, basically select D3, installed it, and then you want to select the PTR Diablo 3. 4, you should have the option to install and play the patch. So, pretty interesting. It's an easy way, basically, to explain it, guys. This section here is basically referring to how to copy your character. The option to copy your existing Diablo 3 characters from your live account to the PTR will be available and can be done directly from the PTR client. However, Only one region per account can be copied at a time, so if you choose to copy characters from your account from a different page, the previously copied PTR characters will be lost. Okay. Um, Log into the live game, then log out. Log in the PTR client. Create a level 1 character. After you're done, return to the main character screen. Click on PTR copy, located in the upper right hand corner, and it should. The Ptr copy button will not appear in the game until you have created a new level 1 character. Select your region, click copy, and let's see here, sorry. Click copy. This will copy all characters on your account from the selected region. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So it's not creating just one, it's creating, I guess, all of them. You'll be disconnected from the PTR client. Log back in, your copy characters will be available for play. So this is interesting. So it almost seems like it's going to be instantaneous, but guys, don't be surprised if it takes a little bit, especially if there's a lot of people trying to copy characters all at once. So if it's not showing up basically right away, it don't freak out basically. And then that's pretty much it, guys. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts on, do you think this is going to be a good thing, bad thing? Like I said, it's only going to be for 1 week, guys. So if you watch this and it's past, the week, sorry. But let me know your comments. If you guys played it, patch, and are seeing this at a later date, let me know. Let me know what you thought of it. And as always, guys, thank you for watching. Sorry for stumbling here and there. We all have things. I do stutter and have a hard time pronunciation, guys. I do apologize for that. But leave a comment, hit the like button. If you hate the video, just like it. It counts either way. And give me your feedback, guys. I want to hear you guys' feedbacks. I want to interact with you guys more. So definitely leave a comment and let me know what you guys think. As always, guys, if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit that little bell notification so you know when I upload new content. And as always, guys, have a great one.